Mental health is not a destination, it is a journey. It is about how you drive, not about how you reach. Hello, and a very warm welcome to everybody to the first episode of Friendship and Mental Health of our new podcast series, Vartalaap, presented by Noor, the mental health wing of NSS. I am Eva Seni, a LLB student and a volunteer at NSS North Cap University. I'm here with Aditi Bansal, a fellow NSS member and a student here at North Cap University. So, we are here to discuss how we all go through friendship breakups and we are disturbed mentally. So, how to deal from that, how to heal. And to answer that, this is why we have Aditi here to learn from her experience and wit. And that's what we are going to do. We are looking forward in our Vartalab podcast, looking series which will have series relatable to mental health problems and chat with experienced people. So, Aditi, first let's start with your introduction. If you could tell us a little something about you.
Yeah, hi Eva.
Hello.
Hello everyone. Namaste. My name is Aditi and I'm a third year economics student. I am also a member of Noor and NSS. I am very glad to be here, even though I'm quite nervous and I'm having chills down my spine. I don't know why. Maybe most probably because I'm a little nervous, but I'm very happy to share my stories and I believe that you'll learn something from it.
Thank you, Aditi. That was a lovely introduction. So let's jump right into our podcast, and I'll start with my first question. As you know, our generation, it has mind-boggling reaction for every little action, and they have a combustive attitude where they are happiest this minute and depressed next. So how do you think one can stay neutral and sane in this lifestyle?
Well, I think that the one thing that this generation is thinking a lot of fun about is depression. If I'm sad, that means I'm not sad. Hey guys, I'm depressed. And I would be so happy. Either I would be very confident about telling it or I'll be nothing. So I think that people of this generation are a lot of are supporting it a lot, but I think that you can never stay neutral. You can always stay normal and contented. So do your favorite things, go out, jog, meet your friends, and if you don't have friends, then be your own favorite company. Read books about something you really like, eat your food, spend time with your parents. It's very, very important. This is, I guess, one thing we are underestimating, spending time with your parents. And don't watch Netflix or movies with them. That's not how you spend time. It's just how you are sitting beside each other. If you want to spend time with your parents, go and talk. This is how you do things. Tell them about you, ask them about them. How did the day go? This is how I think you can um, stay more lively and live the moment, be in that present moment. This is how you can be feeling little more contentful.
Thank you, Riti. I loved your insight about how we should spend times with friends and family. And also, I would like to ask about you, like when everything or anything goes wrong in our life, we run to our friends. So, like, how to stay positive after you don't have that friend? How do you deal with that void?
Well, I might sound a little crazy, but I never run to my friends. I just don't because I think I am emotionally very, very independent. If I am having a downside in my life, if things are going south, I wouldn't really call up my friend and tell them, hey, see, this happened. No. I'm going to sit on my bed or on my couch. I'll make myself comfortable. I'll breathe. I'll calm down myself and I'll talk to myself. I'll be like, okay, what exactly happened? What did you not want to happen? How now you want to deal with it? What are going to be the consequences of your own action? This is actually, I make a table in my mind. This is my own way of dealing with things. I sort out things in my mind. I calculate. If I'm getting very confused, I write it down. I write diary. So this is how I juggle out between things. And when I have sorted out, when I have actually calculated a way to deal with those matters, then I stick with it. Then I go out, I eat, I meet my friends, and if I don't have friends at that time, then I go and walk alone in my park, or I am sitting in my garden, or I'm playing with my dog. It's just so that I can be distracted. I know I have made a decision. Now I want a distraction so that I do not just focus on that one moment that happened. Now I want something happy. I was sad an hour ago. Now I want to be happy, even though I made a decision. So that when I'm happy, I can again rethink about what I decided. That, hey, you decided to deal with this thing like that. Are you sure you still want to do it? Because when you're angry, you decide things in an angry way only. You decide things in a bad way only. Even though I'm not that kind of a person, I still think positive, but it's a human tendency to still have that grudge against someone just because something had happened just an hour or minute ago. So I do something good, I come back, I rethink because I'm feeling good. So now I'm going to think good. I'm going to scratch out a good way. So that's how I do things. And then I go and tell my friends that, hey, this happened. This is what I have decided. What do you think? I take their opinions. I'm always open to opinions. They tell me, I again sort out my things and end it.
Okay, so we know here that we have to take some time, breathe, and independently make decisions and then take opinion on it. Just not, run to people and ask like what we should do. We should first take our opinion, think about it, breathe a little, distract ourselves a little, and then go on and do it. So thank you, and that was very, empowering to knowing and to become independent. And so, there's like when we lose a friendship, we don't only lose, we might lose friendship and then we lose trust and we lose our love and everything with it. And so simultaneously, how do we deal with that? When we lose the friendship, we also lose enough our trust and love and everything.
I think the best way to solve out this problem is do not think every friendship to be same. I have a school friend, I have a different bond with her. I have another school friend, I have a different bond with him. So when I lose one friend, doesn't mean I do not have to trust those other friends. It's okay that the other person betrayed me or didn't respect me or just left out just like that, hung me out dry. It's all right. It doesn't mean that the rest of the friendships are also going to turn out in the same way. So keep things different from other person. I always keep my friendship different and sort it. I never mix them up. If I'm angry with one person, doesn't mean I'm going to vent it out on the other friend. Just because he's my friend, he'll understand that I'm angry. That's why I'm abusing him, or that's why I'm not listening to him, ignoring him. No, you had fight with the other friend. Do not take it out on the other. So if you're having a breakup or if you have lost a friend, do not take it out on others. It would be so unfair to others and to your own self. It's all right you lost one friend, doesn't mean you don't have to trust with others. So if you keep these things in that sense, I think things are going to be a lot senseful and easy. I know what I'm saying is not that easy. It's easy said than done, but it can be a good practice because I have been doing it since I know the world. Keep
That's
things separate and different. That's what I think.
stereotype things like, yeah, one friendship is lost, we should move on to another friendship and look forward to it.
Yeah, why do you see if supposedly I love someone and if I lost him? Doesn't mean that I would say, oh my god, I just don't believe in love. All right, for that moment, I may say, but the next day, I want myself to wake up and say that, hey, I still believe in love, I still trust. It's just that I don't want it right now. And it does not mean that if I meet the next boy, I'm not going to pay attention to him. Are you getting my point? So this is how I think we all can take things like that.
Yes, absolutely, I get that. And personally, I think the hardest thing about a friendship breakup is moving on part, because how do you do it? When we break up from a relationship, now we need our friends to help us move on with it. So, what do we do now that we don't have that friend?
Oh God, trust me, Eva. Move on is the most overrated thing. Why do you have to move on? See, everyone wants to be happy. So supposedly, if you and I had an argument and we tried to call it quit, we cut things out. I do not have to move on from you. I want to move on from the situation so that I cannot be sad. I am sad, I am angry, I'm jealous. All right, I'm heartbroken because I had something like that. So people start to think that, oh my god, मुझे move on करना है. अरे भाई, move on करना क्यों है? तुम्हें सिर्फ उस सिचुएशन से मूव ऑन करना है, ना कि उस इंसान से. That in I get it that the person has hurt you, so you want to move on from that person. You want to forget that human being. I get that. But the crux of it is that you want to move on from the situation so that you cannot be in that sad moment anymore. Everyone wants to be happy. You are like, मैं उसको भुला क्यों नहीं पा रही हूँ. वो इसलिए होता है क्योंकि आप उदास हो जाते हो उसको याद करके. So if you want to move on, you think like, just forget that person so that I can be happy. So you don't have to move on from the person, you have to move on from the situation. There are definitely a lot of things you can do to move on from a situation. Be happy, meet other friends, talk about your problem. People don't really talk. They think that if we are silent, if we are not talking, we're not sharing, it means that we are doing something good to us. I want to keep this in to my heart. All right, keep it in your heart for, but how many days, how many years? If you want to heal, one day you need to open up. Maybe to your own self, doesn't mean that the other person has to be a human being. Talk to your teddy bear. Take it out. Cry. Write. Be happy. Laugh out of frustration. It's your way to deal out it. But talk about it. Right. This is how I think things
I
can
think
be.
we should box up our feelings. Either write it in your diary, talk to your dog, talk to your teddy bear, whatever feels right. Just you shouldn't box up your feelings.
Yeah, so that you can relive those things and then you can sort it out.
So, as we all know that this is a small word. We go to the school for 14 years, 3 to 5 years college, and most of us live in the same city for our entire life. So we are bound to meet our friend who we broke up with. So, what would be our reaction? How would we meet them and like everything about it?
If I ever meet my ex friends, personally, I would be very happy. For 1 second, I would be, because that's how I am. I end things in a positive note. Maybe with not with them, maybe I have an argument with them, and that was our last conversation. But in my mind, in my heart, I make peace with that. So when I think positive, when I feel positive, and when I'm going to see that other person, I'm definitely going to have a positive vibe around me that, hey, he's that person. Maybe just for 1 second, and the other second, it might remind me of all those bad things which had happened between us. So I think when the other person, let's just say, is approaching to me, मैं खुश अगर नहीं होंगी तो मैं उदास भी नहीं होंगी, या मैं बहुत गुस्से में भी नहीं होंगी, या मैं अपना मूड ऑफ भी नहीं करूंगी, बिकॉज आई विल बी लाइक ऑलराइट, let's just treat that person as a stranger. And I always treat strangers nicely. It's all right if I had shared a history with him. It's okay. Doesn't matter that वो मेरा बहुत अच्छा friend था या best friend थी. He's a stranger to me right now. I'll treat him as a stranger. I'll be nice to him. I'll be kind to him. I'll be the bigger person. I'll say hello, hi. I'll greet him. I'll say how he's doing, and then I'll move on. Why do I have to create a scene in my mind or in the entire public eye? I don't have to do that. I think if you make peace and if you're happy here and here, things around you go more simple.
Positiveness, happiness, and kindness is the key to all. Yes,
And making peace on a
yes.
positive note. Yes, definitely.
And as we spend so much time with a person, there is like bound to be flashbacks and memories. So how do we deal with that while keeping our mental health in check?
This is a tough one. Because I have heard, I have felt, I have seen that it's not the person that hurts, it's the memories, it's those flashbacks. But I also know that those flashbacks are the same thing that make me very happy. I have had so many great moments with all my friends whom I don't have right now. I feel sad that why don't I have them now? But okay, chut gaye to chut gaye. But what I feel happy about is that at least I have those moments. I cannot be so sad and angry and regret that I don't have them anymore. नो, ये सिर्फ 2 दिन चल सकता है, 1 महीना चलना चाहिए, 2 महीना चलना चाहिए, आई मीन maybe a year also, take your time. But after that, I start to think that ठीक है, it's over. What I need to be happy about is that at least I had them. I know what I'm saying is really not that easy. That, phrase that said that don't be sad that they're gone, be happy that at least you had them. I know वो आसान नहीं होता है, सिर्फ कहना अच्छा लगता है, जब होता है तो it really breaks your heart. It's like someone's knifing it, but I get it. It's a practice you can do mentally कि ठीक है, चले गए, अब जो है बस memories है, cherish it, be happy. And one advice I'd really like to give, this is from my personal experience. I had a very very close friend. I lost that person. I mean, he's alive, but we are not friends anymore. So I used to cherish those moments, and it's a long back. It's like 4 years backstory I'm telling you. So I used to cherish those moments. I didn't realize that I was overdoing it, due to which I somehow became sensitive and vulnerable. So whenever I used to talk to that person, वो जितनी cherish मैंने कर रखी थी ना चीजें, वो एकदम से they would mountain up and they would come out. मैं बहुत over बात कर रही थी, I was oversharing because मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि oh, that person is so nice. I'm so grateful to myself and to God that I had that person. I didn't realize that I was overdoing it. I was only doing it because I did not want to feel sad. But then I talked to myself. I still remember when I talked to myself about that. And I was like, all right, that person's gone. He's gone. Now you have to cherish. That's what you have been doing. But don't overdo it. There is no need for it. बात हो रही है, talk. Share करना है, share your friends. But don't overdo anything. Just be happy. जो था वो जा चुका है. अब जो है उसको जियो. Cherish side by side the past. But don't overdo it. It's very important to understand that slime difference between cherishing and over cherishing. Once you get that, you'll know how to deal with past. Of course, it comes with practice, but you will get it.
Yeah, so everything is healthy up to a limit. Nothing
Yeah,
you know, yeah.
definitely. Be it love, be it envy, be it trust, be it faith, hope, any feeling, get any feeling. One thing should have limit. उस अति नहीं होनी चाहिए किसी चीज की.
Our podcast. What advice would you have for our viewers?
One advice I must give at the end of such a good podcast is that don't overdo and don't do things blindly. Don't love someone blindly. Don't trust them blindly. Don't hope, believe anything blindly. Don't do it, especially with the person and with your own self also. It's like confidence अच्छा है, overconfidence नहीं. Similarly, loving someone is good, but over loving is not. Over trusting is not. Over believing on something, God, superstitions, nothing is good. Everything must has a limit, because if I'm loving someone blindly, I wouldn't see the wrongdoing. I wouldn't see that what harm it is putting on me, the burden it is putting on me. You should always keep a check, and ये आप तब कर सकते हो when you are loving someone and side by side you are also loving your own self. You're prioritizing your own self. Okay, ये मेरा personal time है, I won't talk to that my friend, to my person, or whosoever it is. So keep things in check. एक limit में रखो. Give that other time to yourself. This is how you can be happy and the other person would also be happy. So I think, because I also think that when people have their breakups in friendship or in relationships, one thing they face is like, yeah, I really love that person so blindly. How can he leave me? Of course he can leave you. कोई illegal थोड़ी काम किया उसने that he cannot leave you. Of course he can. It was you who overdid things. So when you are broken or when such friendship goes away, the love that you have been giving yourself the entire time is the only thing that's going to help you come out of that situation. That's my advice. It's very deep. If someone gives a good thought over it, they'll understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's, basically you're saying just don't lose yourself in a relationship. Understand that individuality is the main thing. be independent, think about stuff, and anything is possible. And yeah, we can move forward from that. So thank you everybody for being till the end here, watching our podcast. And please come back again. This is a series. We'll come back with many more insightful and fun mental health problems podcasts. Thank
One,
you.
I'll
Yeah,
before ending it, and then we can end.
yeah, sure.
Nothing's worth costing your mental peace. Just nothing. Be it success, be it your friend, best friend, your lover, your homework, anything. Nothing, absolutely nothing is worth costing your mental health.
Yeah. So we'll end this podcast just telling you the last thing. Nothing is about above your mental health. So let's keep it in check.
Yeah. Thank
Thank,
you, everyone.
thank you.